Hello guys, so let's get started. So I first of all welcome you all to this interview question series. We are in the Tableau Interview Question Series and specifically in the set 2. And in the set 1 we are basically seeing some of the interview related question with respect to Tableau, and we are continuing with this journey with the set 2 as well. Okay, so let's get started. The first question of the session is that what is a mark card in Tableau? Okay, so mark card is usually we will use to format the visuals, okay, in the canvas. We'll just adjust their size, colors, details, labels, tooltips, all of the things and formatting related options can be done by the mark card. So you can see the color is there, label is there, size is there, okay, details, labels is there. Okay, so these are some of the options we have with respect to the mark card, and which is present in the left side before the dimensions and measure, after the dimensions and measures. Okay, let's move towards the other questions we have. Define published data source. Okay, when we are ready to make a data source available to other Tableau desktop user, you can publish it to a Tableau server or online, or else you can make it available by saving the same like embedded excels or text file. So published data source means what? Whatever data source you have, be it in the excel file, be it in the SQL server, we'll just publish it into the Tableau online server. Okay, next question we have for the series. Define dual axis. Okay, dual axis is used to show two measures in a single graph. It allows you to compare two measures at once. Many websites like Indeed uses this dual axis to show the comparisons and growth rate. Okay, the thing is that dual axis chart may have a different data with their labels. Suppose that there is absolute value of sales and then there is a percentage growth of sales. So we can mark these two fields in the two axes and show it into the visualization. The best example of such kind of situation is Pareto chart. Clear? Next, define bullet chart. A bullet graph is a variant of bar graph. Okay, and it is responsible for comparing the performance of one measure with the another measure. So it's specifically for the Tableau visualizations. So it is responsible for comparing the performance of one measure over the another. Next, define gang chart. Okay, so the gang chart displays the progress of values over a period. It is consist of bar along with the time axis. It is project management tool. Here such a bar is a measure of a task in a project framework. So basically Gantt chart is the tool where you can just analyze how my progress is there with respect to any other sources. Like let's suppose we have a manufacturing company where we can manufacture nut, bolts, other machine related components, and if I want to know the progress of each of the individual sections, then I can make use of a Gantt chart and just analyze the progress of the whole project or whole component. Okay, so this is what the Gantt chart is. Next, define histogram chart. Okay, a histogram chart shows the distribution of continuous information over a certain period of a time. This chart helps us to find the extreme points, gaps, unusual values, and more concentrated values. So histograms are nothing but analyzing the distribution of a data in the continuous field. Okay, next question we have, what is the file size limitation with Tableau? Okay, in the Tableau there is no limitation with the file sizes, and moreover there is a no row or column limit to import the data. So that's why Tableau is more popular with respect to the large databases when you want to do the large analytical stuffs, because they don't have any specific limitation with respect to the data it holds. Okay, next question we have, what is Tableau Reader? Okay, Tableau Reader is a free desktop application where you can read and interact with the Tableau packed workbooks. It can only open the files but cannot create connections to the workbook. So it's a you can make an analogy like a Tableau reader is just like an a PDF reader you want. So any kind of a PDF reader you may use, it's like that only. So we don't have a functionality to make the connections, but we can just see some of the visual stuffs here and there. Okay, next question we have for the day: what is the difference between published data and embedded data source? Okay, so the published data source contain connection information that is independent of workbooks and can be used by multiple workbooks. On the other hand, the embedded data source contains connection information but it is associated with the workbooks. So this is the primary difference between published data and embedded data sources. Okay, next question we have for the day: what is the hierarchy in Tableau? Okay, when we are working with the large volumes of data, incredibly data can be meshed. Okay, with Tableau you can easily create hierarchies to keep your data nest even if you are don't need it. It is built into our data, which is we can analyze, manage or organize the data and can track of the data easily, right? So data hierarchy in Tableau means that we can handle or create the hierarchies with respect to any of the fields. Next question we have for the day: what is column chart? Okay, so a column chart is a visualization where the data is with respect to dimensions and measures. Suppose I have a one dimension where I have a different country names and another measure where we have to analyze the sales of each of these regions. So the column chart is a very good charts to go with. So it analyzes the categorical distribution with respect to the continuous values. So this is my column charts where the bar is on the horizontals. Okay, the bar is in the horizontal means the categories are in the x-axis, or we can say that in the rows. Okay, and in the columns we have a continuous data. So these are the basic stuff with respect to the column chart we have. Next, what is a bar chart in Tableau? Okay, the bar chart visualizes the data as a set of rectangular bars. As their values are proportional to the lanes when they represent the data. The vertical axis shows the category to which they belong to and the horizontal axis shows the values. So the bar chart is a vertical version of a column chart only. We can say that it's an transpose of the column charts we make earlier. But the thing is that in the bar chart, the bars are in the horizontal ways. Okay, means what? The continuous data is in the row field. Okay, and the categorical data may have an column field. Okay, so we can have a continuous data into the or we can make an another analogy of like in the columns we have a continuous data and in the rows we have a categorical data. So this is called a bar chart, which is opposite of column one. Okay, next question we have for the day: what is line chart? Okay, the line chart is a popular type of a demographic way of visualizing the data. Okay, it connects the individual data points to view the data. It can easily visualize a series of a value. We can see trends over time or predict future values. The horizontal axis holds the category to which it belongs and the vertical axis holds the value. Basically the main purpose of the line chart is to see the trends. Okay, so we have a continuous field on the rows and other continuous fields on the columns. So on that way we can just analyze the line chart, and it's a very popular chart when it comes to analyzing the trend over time. Okay, patterns in the data, right? Then let's move forward to the other question we have for the day: what is a stack bar chart? Okay, so stack bar chart composed of multiple bars stacked horizontally one below the other. The length of the bar depends on the value in the data points. the stack bar chart makes the work easier, as they will help us to know the changes in all variables presented side by side. We can watch the changes in their total and forecasted future values. So stack bar chart are nothing but the bar chart which is further divided into the categories. Okay, suppose we have a one category of technology, and in the technology main category we subdivided into the phones, chargers, something like that, and then we can analyze their each of the proportion in the whole. Okay, this is a stack bar chart we have. Clear? So next, let's move forward to the other question we have. What is a stack column chart? Similar to stack bar chart, we have a stack column chart, but the difference is that the bars are stacked horizontally, not vertically. So we can see each bar separately on the x-axis. So this is the stacked column chart, and it's very common in use when we have a three or less categories, and we want to make use of their individual proportional with respect to whole. So this is the stack or column chart. Next, what is an area chart? Okay, area chart is a variant of line chart where we can analyze, okay, we can analyze not only the trends but also analyze the proportion of value each takes. Means what? If I have a different lines in the line chart and I make the area chart out of it, then not only I can measure their trends, but also we can measure the proportion it takes, the impact of each of the category we have. Okay, so area chart is nothing but the variant of line chart only. Okay, next, let's move forward with the other question we have. How to download Tableau Public? Okay, so these are some of the steps we have to follow in order to download the Tableau Public. So first of all, we have to head over to the Tableau public.tableau.com. okay, and then we will just enter our email address and click the download app. Okay, after downloading the file, which is the exe file, we can just follow the prompts to install the Tableau. Okay, now after the installation or execution of exe file, the shortcuts will be created in your desktop, and you can just double click over the icon and just run the Tableau Public. So these are the few simple steps. You can just download the Tableau Public. Okay, next question we have for the day. What is filter context? Okay, what is the context filter or filter context, and show the steps on how to create the context filter in Tableau. Okay, so first of all, context filters are applied to the data rows before any other filters. Okay, they are limited to views, but they can be applied on the selected sheets. They define aggregation and disaggregation of a data in the Tableau. So how can I enable the context filter? So step first is drag the subcategory dimensions to the row shelf and measure cells to the column shelf. Now choose the horizontal bar chart as a chart type and again drag the subcategory dimension to the filter shelf. Then we will get the chart which look like a horizontal bar chart. Okay, next step is we have to right click on the subcategory field in the filter shelf and go to the top fourth tab. Okay, choose the option fields from the next drop down and choose the option top 10 by the sales sum as shown in the dashboard. Okay, as shown in the drop down once you done the practical. Then we have a third step. In the third step, we have to drag the dimension category. Okay, we have to drag the dimension category into the filter shelf. Give a right click on the general tab to edit under that choose furniture from the list. As you can see, the results are filtered out based on that category. Okay, next, the last step we have, right click on the category furniture, filter and select the option add to context. Okay, this produces the final result which shows the subcategory of the product from the category furniture, which is among the top 10 subcategories across all the products. So this is how you can just set the context filter in the Tableau. Okay, so last question we have for the day, we have for the session, what is the product offered by Tableau? Explain a few things about them. Okay, Tableau has a four main product basically. So we have a Tableau Prep, Tableau Desktop, Tableau Online and Tableau Server. Okay, so these are the products we have with respect to the Tableau. So in the Tableau Prep, we basically do the preparation part of the data. Tableau Prep is responsible for preparing data for analysis. This tool provides three coordinated views which provide us with a complete picture of a data, right? Then Tableau Desktop we have. Tableau Desktop is a place where the analysis happens. It is a powerful drag and drops analytics which is a very easy to use. Through the desktop you get the data insights quickly. Then Tableau Online. Tableau Online is a secure and scalable self-service analytical cloud tool. You can use it anywhere, anytime, and it has eliminated the complexities of IT. Okay, so it's a simple to use software. Next, Tableau Server. From small to large enterprises, Tableau Server is used for fulfilling the BI requirements. This is an on-premise solution. This tool can make data from anywhere and share it across the organization through the desktop or mobile browser. So these are the descriptions and these are the offerings from the Tableau we have. Okay, so that's it for the session we have, and we will meet in the next one with the more questions on the Tableau. Till then, have a nice day.